안녕하십니까. 저희는 중3 탑반 그리고 세계의 천재들에 대해 소개하겠습니다. Today I will introduce a genius mathematician Descartes. He was born in French anniversary in 1596. He was curious about everything surrounding him and he had a heavy thinking hard about himself. He made many achievements in math. He designed coordinate system. This system helped us to solve many realistic problems. And X was first used by Descartes. These days, many students use X in the equation. It helps us to memorize many many mathematical formulas. These mathematical formulas use various fields such as astronomy, ecology, chemistry, anatomy, and physics. He was also a philosopher. He obtained many achievements in philosophy. Many philosophers admire him. For the first time, he came out with connection between math and philosophy. In addition, he left many famous sayings. For example, I think, therefore I am. The most important and essential knowledge of humans is how to live, how to avoid evil, and to perform good
Hello
deeds.
everyone, my name is Kim Gi-eun. Today I will explain person about soccer genius Messi. Before that, I have a question. Did you ever heard about Messi's childhood? Then let's go back to his past now. When he was young, he not only liked soccer but was talented. Unfortunately, at the age of 11, he learned that he suffered from a growth hormone deficiency. But he could never give up playing soccer, so he began treatments for jaundice. The only problem was that his cost became a heavy burden on his family. Luckily, the help he needed found him at the right time. FC Barcelona offered to pay for his treatments on the conditions that he had to play for their team. So he moved to Spain from Argentina. He overcame his restricted height continuously, and he grew up to be a world's best player. Lionel Messi has achieved an incredible list of accomplishments. Despite his many difficulties, he succeeded. In this respect, he is a nurture genius. If you want to be a genius, try not to give up anything. Then you will be a genius in that field. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jim Kim, and I'm gonna tell you about Albert Einstein, who is called as the genius of theoretical physics. To begin with, I'd like to tell you about his life. Born as a Jew, many teachers didn't like him so much despite of his knowledge. Einstein's science and mathematics scores were very good, but at school he was generally regarded as a rebellious student as a resistance to the totalitarian education of the military. When Einstein was not able to go to school by nervous breakdown, he goes to a federal engineering school by self-study. A few years later, with the Battle of World War I, as a result of his theory of relativity, he became an academia star and received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1922. But as he prevailed Hitler's oppression in the World War II, he decided to go to the United States in 1932. Einstein, who did not participate in the atomic bomb development but eventually gave the rationale, felt anger in the atomic bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then spent the rest of his life actively participating in the anti-weapons program against the weapons of mass destruction. Einstein has so many achievements that cannot be counted. To explain one of them, let me take the theory of special relativity, which is well known to all of you. Simply, it can be explained that a moving object goes through time a bit later than usual. This is one experiment by Einstein. Einstein put a clock on a plane and made the plane travel around the world. When the plane came back, the time on the clock was different with the original time. Seeing this result, I realized that Einstein is really a genius. Thank you.
Today I'm gonna tell you about a person who is called to be a genius of music, a great musician, Johannes Christoph Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. He was born in Austria 1756, January 27th, and he died at Austria Wien 1791, December 5th. The surprising thing was he only lived about 35 years. Although it was 18th century, the medication program is not as good as today. It was quite short life for the great musician Mozart. But in this short lifetime, he wrote about 100 songs and operas such as The Marriage of Figaro and The Magic Flute. Let me tell you how Mozart became a genius of music. His father, Johann George Leopold Mozart, was a court musician, so he could learn music easier than other people. His father taught Mozart how to play the piano and the violin. Another surprising thing was he was related with who was called to be the father of music, Bach. Actually, he is not directly related with Bach, but he learned how to write songs and opera, conduct orchestra by Bach's son. This great musician, Mozart, was also related with another famous musician. Do you know who he was? He was Beethoven. Although Mozart met Beethoven when he was 14 years old, he was very clever about music. And Beethoven can play the music Mozart wrote very well, and Mozart praised him a lot. Today I have told you about Mozart. Although he died in very young age, his supposed left in our heart over 1,000 years. Thank you.
Hello, my name is 최진서 and I will introduce about Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of the best known entrepreneurs of the personal computer revolution. At the age of 13, he enrolled in the Lakeside School. The Mothers Club at the school used the donations to develop and to buy a computer and computer time for students. Gates was fascinated by the machine, wondering how it would always execute the software code perfectly. After the donation was exhausted, Gates and his friends wrote several programs which provided them free computer time and royalties. After graduating, Gates got into Harvard but dropped out to co-found Microsoft. Because Microsoft made a big success, Gates never returned to Harvard to complete his studies. In 1980, IBM requested Microsoft to make an operating system for its upcoming personal computer. Microsoft made a system called MS-DOS, but Gates did not offer to transfer a copyright of the system. Later, the sales of MS-DOS made Microsoft a major player in the industry. In 1985, Microsoft launched its first version of Windows when IBM started to develop their own operating system. So, Windows made Microsoft an overwhelming first runner in the field. After being a billionaire, Gates donated a large amounts of money to various organizations. And finally, in January 2000, Gates stepped down from CEO. He has been criticized for his business tactics and some opinions that has been upheld by court rulings. But we can't deny his achievements and ability. Thank you.